this idea of retakes and how to prepare for a retake specifically. And so I do have some thoughts I can share around that. Now, specifically, why do I think retaking is a good idea? It's because, like I said initially, law schools do not average multiple scores. They only take the highest score, meaning that there is no downside to retaking. In fact, there is a score band or margin of error of 3.5 points on either end, meaning that, let's say that you deserved to get a 160. That was your true aptitude. That means that you might get a 160 one day, the next day get a 157, the following day get a 164. And the LSAT is a perfectly valid exam. And so if you are registered for November, let's say you get a 160 in November, that's fine. But a 164, of course, would open far more doors for you than a 160 would. And so I know that one of our participants tonight, Alex, I think it was saying that taking both November and January. And so if you are taking both November and January, you take November, you get a 160, but maybe you think you can do better, or even just through luck alone, you could do 3 to 4 points better. If you just study a little bit and stay fresh until January and you get 4 points higher, obviously a 164 will open far more doors for you than a 160 would. And so it's worth delaying your application slightly if you could do even just a few points better. And then if you actually studied significantly during your winter break, during the holidays, you had some time off, you took a break from work, you were in college and you have that winter break, you do even better than that. Maybe you improve by 5 or 6 points. That's amazing. A 166, that'll open even more doors, get you more scholarship money, get you into a better law school. That's the easiest money you'll ever make. And because they don't average multiple scores, there really is no downside to delaying your application by a few months, given that 5-6 point increase is huge for you. Now, how do you study for a retake? What do you do differently as you are preparing for a retake? I often encounter students who they're already scoring pretty well. Maybe they're in the 170s, or the high 160s, but they've burned through all the recent material. And they say, I've already done all the recent exams. Maybe they are really gunners and they've done every exam ever released, which is hard to believe, but some people do that. If you've done all 90 plus exams released, the 88 that are numbered, the handful that are unnumbered, you've done plenty of material. But if you were to redo all of those exams, would you get perfect 180s? I doubt you would, and that's okay. I think virtually nobody would. But the fact is that if you're getting anything less than a 180, given that you've already seen those problems before and you've reviewed them and you know the right answers, there is still something major you can learn from those exams. And so I would encourage you to redo them. Print out fresh copies, photocopy them, buy a new book if you need to have a clean copy, redo those problems. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.